A man named Marcus walked into a dealership with $35,000 ready to spend. No loan, no monthly payment, no interest, just cash. He thought that made him the strongest buyer in the building. But by the time he drove home, he had paid $2,700 more than another buyer who bought the same car from the same dealership during the same week. Same model, same color, same trim. Different sentence at the beginning of the negotiation. Marcus said, "I'm paying cash. What's your best price?" And that one sentence quietly destroyed his leverage. Before we break this down, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, because this is one of those money rules that sounds completely wrong until you understand how the system actually works. Most people believe cash is power. In real estate, sometimes it is. In small business deals, sometimes it is. Even with private sellers, cash can absolutely help. But at a modern car dealership, cash is not always king. Sometimes cash is the thing that tells the dealer, this customer is about to remove one of our biggest profit centers, and once they know that, the deal changes. Marcus didn't understand that. His friend Jordan did, and that difference cost Marcus thousands. Here's exactly what happened. Marcus had been saving for years. He hated debt. He hated monthly payments. He hated the idea of sending money to a bank every month for something that loses value the moment it leaves the lot. So when his old SUV finally started giving him problems, he made himself a promise. No car loan. I'm buying the next one in cash. He researched for weeks. He compared trims. He watched reviews. He checked reliability ratings. He built the car online at least 20 times. Finally, he found the exact sedan he wanted. Sticker price, $34,800. The dealership had it listed with a small discount, bringing the advertised price down to $33,900. Marcus felt prepared. He walked into the dealership on a Saturday morning, asked for the car, took a test drive, and liked it immediately. The salesperson asked the usual question, "So, how are you planning to pay?" Marcus smiled, because in his mind, this was the moment where he had power. He said, "I'm paying cash, no financing, so give me your best number." The salesperson nodded, but internally, the deal had already changed. Not because the salesperson hated cash, not because paying cash is bad, but because Marcus had just told the dealership something very important. There would be no loan profit, no interest rate markup, no finance reserve, no finance products attached to a loan, no gap insurance sale, no lender participation. The dealership still wanted to sell him the car, but they no longer saw him as a buyer with multiple profit layers. They saw him as a buyer where most of the money had to be made up front. So the negotiation got tight. The salesperson went to the manager. The manager came back with a small discount. Marcus pushed harder. The salesperson disappeared again, came back again, another few $100s. Marcus felt like he was grinding them down. After almost 2 hours, they agreed on a price, $33,200 before taxes and fees. Marcus felt proud. He had paid cash. He had avoided debt. He had won. At least that's what he thought. 3 days later, his coworker Jordan asked about the car. Jordan liked it. Same model, same trim, same dealership. So Jordan went in that Thursday evening. But Jordan did not say he was paying cash. Jordan said, "I'm open to financing if the numbers make sense." That one sentence changed the entire negotiation. Now the dealership saw Jordan differently. They saw a customer who might finance through them. And when a dealer thinks you might finance through them, they are often more willing to move on the selling price because they believe they can make profit later in the deal. Jordan negotiated the car down to $30,900 before taxes and fees. Same car, same dealership group, same week. Marcus paid $33,200. Jordan paid $30,900. Difference? $2,300. Now here's the part that makes people angry. Jordan did not keep the loan for 6 years. He didn't even keep it for 6 months. He checked the paperwork. No prepayment penalty, no loan origination fee. Then after the loan was set up, he paid it off almost immediately. Jordan got the finance buyer price without carrying the long-term finance cost. Marcus got the cash buyer treatment and paid more up front. That is the trap. And to understand why this happens, you need to understand how a dealership really makes money. Most buyers think there is only one profit layer. The dealer buys the car for one price, you buy it for a higher price, the difference is their profit. Simple. But that is only the surface. The price of the car is just the first layer. Behind it, there are multiple profit channels that most buyers never see. There can be manufacturer incentives, dealer holdback, volume bonuses, regional bonuses, inventory support, trade-in profit, documentation fees, registration markups, extended warranties, gap insurance, paint protection, wheel protection, service contracts, and most importantly, finance income. That last one matters more than most buyers realize. Because the finance office is not just paperwork, it's not just where you sign documents, it's a second sales floor. Actually, in many cases, it is the most profitable sales floor in the entire dealership. By the time you walk into that office, you think the hard part is over. You already picked the car, you already negotiated the price, you already shook hands, you're tired, you're excited, you can already imagine the car in your driveway. And that's exactly why the finance office is dangerous. Your guard is down.
But their selling has just begun. The person behind the desk may be called a finance manager, but do not misunderstand the role. That person is not only there to print forms. They are trained to increase the profit of the deal after you already feel committed. They may offer an extended warranty. They may offer gap insurance. They may offer tire protection. They may offer paint protection. They may offer key replacement. They may offer maintenance packages. They may offer anti-theft products. They may offer ceramic coating. They may offer windshield protection. And each product may sound small compared to the price of the car. What's another $18 a month? What's another $22 a month? What's another $31 a month? That is how the math gets hidden, not in the total price, in the monthly payment. A $2,000 product does not feel like $2,000 when it is presented as a few dollars a week. A $1,500 warranty does not feel expensive when the finance manager says, for peace of mind, it only changes your payment by about $24. But $24 a month over 72 months is not small. That is $1,728. And if it is financed, you may also pay interest on it. This is why the finance office matters. The dealership is not only trying to sell you a car, they are trying to sell you a payment structure. And when you announce cash too early, you remove their opportunity to make money in that structure. So they protect themselves by holding firmer on the price. That does not mean financing is always better. That does not mean you should carry a car loan for years just to make a dealer happy. And it absolutely does not mean you should buy add-ons you do not need. The point is more precise than that. Do not reveal that you are a cash buyer before the price is negotiated. Because once the dealer knows you are removing their finance profit, they may lose price flexibility. Now, let's go deeper into Marcus's mistake. Marcus thought he was negotiating one number, the selling price, but the dealership was thinking about the total profit package. There was a huge difference. A buyer thinks, how much am I paying for the car? A dealership thinks, how much total gross profit can this deal produce? That total can come from the car price, it can come from the trade-in, it can come from the loan, it can come from the warranty, it can come from the documentation fee, it can come from registration markups, it can come from service products, it can come from manufacturer incentives. So when Marcus said, I'm paying cash, he did not just describe his payment method, he reduced the dealer's expected profit pool. And when the expected profit pool gets smaller, the dealership has less reason to discount the car. Jordan did the opposite. He kept the finance possibility alive. He did not lie. He did not promise to carry a loan forever. He simply said he was open to financing if the terms made sense. That kept him in the category of a more profitable customer, and because the dealership believed there might be profit later, they became more flexible earlier. That is the game. Not emotional, not personal, just incentives. And if you understand incentives, you stop negotiating like a beginner. Now, before we go into the exact step-by-step strategy, hit the like button if this is already changing the way you think about buying a car. and subscribe because on this channel, we break down the hidden money systems that cost normal people thousands without them even noticing. Now let's talk about what you should actually do. Step 1. Do not open with cash. Do not say, I'm paying cash. Do not say, I don't finance. Do not say, I hate debt. Do not say, I already have the money. That may feel strong emotionally, but strategically, it can weaken your position. Instead, keep it simple. Say, I'm focused on the out-the-door price first. Once we agree on the vehicle price, we can talk about payment. That sentence protects you. It keeps the negotiation centered on the price. It also prevents the dealership from turning the conversation into monthly payments too early, because monthly payment negotiation is where buyers lose clarity. A dealership may ask, what monthly payment are you trying to stay under? Be careful. That question sounds helpful, but it can move your attention away from the real price. If you say, I want to stay under $550 a month, they can stretch the loan term, adjust the down payment, add products, and make the payment look acceptable while the total cost rises quietly. So do not negotiate monthly payment first. Negotiate the out-the-door price. That means vehicle price, dealer fees, documentation fees, required charges, taxes, registration, everything. The number you care about is not the sticker price. It is not the advertised price. It is not the monthly payment. It is the out-the-door number. Step 2. Let them believe financing is possible. Again, this is not about lying. You are not saying, I will definitely keep your loan for 6 years. You are saying, I'm open to financing depending on the terms. That is true if you are willing to look at the terms. Then ask, what rate are you offering? What lenders do you use? Are there any loan origination fees? Is there any prepayment penalty? These questions are powerful because they make you sound like a serious buyer. They also help you identify whether the finance strategy makes sense. Because this strategy only works if 2 things are true: no prepayment penalty, no expensive upfront finance fee. If there is a prepayment penalty, be careful. If there is a loan origination fee, calculate it. If paying the loan out early triggers extra cost, the math changes. But in many standard auto loans, early payoff is allowed. You still need to verify it in writing, not verbally, not because the salesperson said so, not because the finance manager smiled and said, don't worry. In writing, on the contract. Step 3. Negotiate the car price before discussing add-ons. The dealership wants to blend everything together: car price, trade-in, financing, warranty, monthly payment, down payment. That creates confusion. Confusion benefits the seller. Clarity benefits the buyer. So separate every part of the deal. First, price of the car. Second, value of your trade-in if you have one. Third, financing terms. Fourth, products and add-ons. Do not let them mix everything into one monthly number. If they say, we can get you to $530 a month, you say, I understand, but I want to see the full out-the-door price and the loan terms separately. This one habit can save you thousands. Step 4. Be careful with the trade-in. A trade-in can hide profit just as easily as financing. A dealer may give you a discount on the new car, but underpay you on the trade. Or they may give you a strong trade-in number, but hold firm on the new car. This is why you should know your trade-in value before walking in. Get quotes from multiple places. Check online buyers. Check local dealers. Know the range. If your car is worth around $14,000 and the dealership offers $10,500, that discount on the new car may not be a discount at all. They just moved the profit to the trade. Step 5. Understand the finance office before you enter it. This is where Marcus relaxed. He thought, the negotiation is done. Wrong. The first negotiation was done. The second one was about to begin. When the finance manager offers products, Do not respond emotionally. Respond mathematically. If they offer extended warranty, ask what is the total cost, not the monthly cost, the total cost. If they offer gap insurance, ask what is the total cost. If they offer tire and wheel protection, ask what is the total cost. If they offer paint protection, ask what is the total cost. The monthly payment is not the real price. The total cost is the real price. Then ask, is this optional? Because many products are presented in a way that makes them feel required. They are often not required, and if something is optional, you can decline it. You can also negotiate it. The first price is not always the final price. If you actually want a warranty, you can ask for a lower price. If you want gap insurance, compare the dealership's price with your insurance company or credit union. Do not assume the dealer's version is the cheapest. Step 6. Read the contract slowly. This is the part nobody wants to do. You have already spent hours at the dealership. You are tired. You want to leave. The finance manager may move quickly. Pages come out. Sign here, initial here, sign here, initial here. But this is exactly when you need to slow down. Check the selling price, check the taxes, check the fees, check the loan amount, check the interest rate, check the term. Check for add-ons, check whether products were included you did not approve. Check for a prepayment penalty, check for loan origination fees, check the total amount financed. Do not be embarrassed to read. Do not be rushed. A car is one of the largest purchases most people make. You are allowed to take 5 extra minutes. Step 7. If the loan has no prepayment penalty and no bad upfront fee, you can pay it off early. This is where the strategy becomes powerful. You negotiated like a finance buyer. You received the flexibility of a finance buyer. Then you remove the interest cost by paying the loan down quickly. Maybe you pay it off the next week. Maybe after the first statement arrives. Maybe after confirming the account is fully active. The exact timing depends on the lender and contract, but the principle is simple. You do not carry expensive debt just because you used financing to negotiate. You used the dealership's incentive structure against itself. Now, there's one important warning. Do not do this if you don't actually have the cash. This strategy is not an excuse to buy more car than you can afford. It is not a trick to justify a $700 payment. It is not permission to finance a car for 84 months. It only works when you already have the money or when the financing terms are genuinely better than using cash. Because sometimes, financing really can make sense. If the manufacturer offers a very low promotional rate and you can keep your cash earning more elsewhere, financing may be reasonable. But that's a math decision, not an ego decision. The danger is when people say, "I'll finance it and invest the difference," but then they don't invest the difference. They spend it. That's not strategy, that's lifestyle creep wearing a calculator costume. So be honest. If you're disciplined, compare the numbers. If you're not disciplined, don't create complexity just to feel smart. Now let's go back to Marcus and Jordan. Marcus made the classic responsible person mistake. He thought avoiding debt automatically meant the best deal. And in many areas of life, avoiding debt is smart. But being smart with money is not just about hating debt. It is about understanding systems. Marcus had the right instinct, avoid unnecessary interest, but he used that instinct at the wrong time. He revealed cash too early. He gave away information before he had locked the price. Jordan understood the sequence. First, negotiate the car, then review financing, then check the contract, then eliminate interest if the loan terms allow it. Same goal, better order. That is the lesson. In money, order matters. The same decision can be smart or expensive depending on when you reveal it. If Marcus had said, "Let's focus on the out-the-door price first," he might have saved thousands. If he had waited until the final paperwork to decide how to pay, he would have kept more leverage. Instead, he walked in thinking cash made him powerful, but to the dealership, cash made him less profitable, and less profitable customers
often get less flexibility. Now, does this mean every dealership will punish cash buyers? No. Some dealers may still give a clean deal. Some markets are different. Some cars have low inventory. Some models have high demand. Some dealers care more about moving units quickly. But the principle still matters. Never assume the dealership's incentives match yours. Your goal is the lowest total cost. Their goal is the highest total profit. Those are not the same. And that is why you must control the structure of the deal. Here's the simple version you can remember before buying your next car. Do not talk payment first. Do not announce cash first. Negotiate the out-the-door price. Keep financing possible. Ask about origination fees. Ask about prepayment penalties. Decline unnecessary add-ons. Read every line. Pay off the loan early if the math works. That's the framework. And if you use it correctly, you can avoid the mistake Marcus made. Because the most expensive sentence in a dealership may not be, "I'll take it." It might be, "I'm paying cash." That sentence sounds powerful, but power in negotiation is not about showing your cards. Power is knowing which cards to hold back. The dealership knows its profit structure. Now you do too. So the next time you buy a car, don't walk in trying to look rich. Don't walk in trying to prove you hate debt. Walk in focused on the numbers, because the buyer who understands the system has more power than the buyer who simply has cash. If this video helped you see the hidden math behind car buying, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. And comment below, "out the door," because that's the number that actually matters. This content is for education and entertainment only. It is not financial advice. Always read your contract, compare lenders, and run the numbers before making a major purchase. Remember, cash can protect you from interest, but timing protects you from overpaying. And in a dealership, timing can be worth thousands.